Morning all. Lost another damn cow last night. That's the third one this month.
Not again. I'm really sorry, Joel.
It's getting ridiculous. I can't keep taking these losses. It's like they just vanish into thin air.
Any signs of forced entry? Broken fences? Tracks?
Nothing. That's what's so frustrating. No broken fences. No tracks. Not even a drop of blood. Just gone.
Same thing happened to me last week. Lost 2 sheep. Made it 5 total in the past month. Pen is getting really empty.
I've been having the same problem with my chickens. 7 gone in just 2 weeks, and not a single feather left behind.
This is seriously hurting my finances. Can't afford to keep losing livestock like this.
Tell me about it. I had to cancel Jimmy's birthday trip. Can't justify the expense with all these losses.
Did any of you report this to Sheriff Davis?
Yeah, for all the good it did. He just told me to secure my fences better.
I called animal control. They suggested coyotes or foxes, but there would be evidence if it was predators. Blood or feathers or something. They ain't exactly graceful eaters.
You know, I'm starting to think it's not animals. Maybe someone's stealing them.
Who would steal a cow? And how would they do it without leaving any trace?
He's got a point, Joel. And more importantly, I think we need to take matters into our own hands. The authorities aren't helping, and this has been going on too long.
What do you have in mind?
The forest. It borders all our properties. Whatever is taking our animals is probably hiding in there.
You want us to search the forest? It's huge.
And dense as hell. We could get lost in there.
Not if we do it together and coordinate. This is what I'm thinking. Each of us enters from a different point, about a mile apart along the perimeter. Then we all move inward, keeping in touch via text. We'd cover more ground and stay safe.
You sure about the safe part? That forest is dangerous. Bears, wild boars. And none of us have been deep in there for what, a decade?
Amy might be onto something, though, if we're armed and careful. Plus, phones exist now, so we can talk to one another whenever.
When would we do this?
Tomorrow morning, first light. That gives us maximum daylight. We each bring a weapon, water, and our phones, and we text updates every 15 minutes.
I'm in. Can't afford to lose any more sheep. And the bank isn't exactly being understanding about my loan payments.
I guess I'll join too. Safety in numbers, right?
Am I the only one who thinks this is crazy? We're not exactly forest rangers.
Joel, buddy, your farm has been in your family for generations. Are you really going to let whatever this is keep stealing from you?
No, but I'm not eager to get mauled by a bear either.
Bears don't stand much of a chance against a shotgun to the face, and we'll have each other's backs. Staying 1 mile apart means that, worst case, we can race to help each other. But regardless, if we find nothing, at least we tried. Better than sitting around waiting for more livestock to disappear.
Fine, but we set some ground rules.
Agreed. Number 1 is that we keep our texts clear and concise. No room for misinterpretation.
Should we bring anything specific besides weapons?
Bringing a compass would be smart, actually. A whistle in case your phone dies too, and some bright-colored cloth to mark your path.
I'll bring my biggest shotgun. And extra shells.
Same here. Better safe than sorry.
I only have a hunting rifle. Will that be enough?
It'll be fine, Grace. I'll have my Remington. So between the 4 of us, we're well armed.
What time exactly do we start?
6 a.m. At first light, I'll take the north edge of the forest. Joel, you take east. Wilson, south. Grace, west. That way we encircle it.
Sounds like a plan. We'll work our way to the center.
Gotta say, I'm nervous, but I'm also tired of being afraid of what's taking my chickens.
Agreed, though I still think this is risky.
Sometimes you have to take risks, Joel, especially when your livelihood is at stake. If we don't do this, who will? The sheriff? Animal control? They've been no help so far.
Ugh, you're right. I hate it, but you're right. I'll be ready at 6-2 then.
Make sure everyone charges their phones tonight. And bring a portable charger if you have one. The last thing we need is our phones dying.
Do you think we'll actually find anything?
Well, I certainly hope so. But something is taking our animals, and it's coming from somewhere nearby. And the forest is the most logical place. It's wild, largely unexplored, and connects all our properties.
If it is something in the forest, what exactly are we planning to do if we find it?
Depends what it is. If it's people stealing our livestock, we confront them. If it's some kind of predator, we'll deal with it.
Humanely, of course, if possible.
And if it's something that doesn't fit into either of those categories?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean? You think we got a monster on our hands?
Maybe. It's just a feeling I have, I guess.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we find out what's happening. Then we decide what to do, one step at a time.
All right, 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be at the east entrance. My phone will be fully charged, and I'll bring extra ammunition.
Same here. South entrance, bringing my shotgun and hunting knife.
West entrance. I'll be there.
And I'll take north. Remember to dress warmly. It's cold in the morning. And wear bright colors if you have them. Makes it easier to spot each other.
Got it. See you all tomorrow. Let's hope we find some answers.
And hopefully, our missing animals.
Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Rise and shine, people. Let's get this search going.
You're way too cheerful for 5 a.m., Amy.
I'm up, just checking my fences one last time. Then I'll head to my entry point.
I barely slept last night. Way too nervous.
It's going to be fine, Grace. We're prepared. I'm fueling up my quad bike now, packing extra supplies. And oh, I decided to bring my Magnum too. Got a feeling I might need the extra protection.
That's quite a gun. You sure you need that much firepower?
Better safe than sorry. Whatever's taking our animals might be bigger than we think.
Please don't say that. I'm already scared enough.
She's just being cautious, Grace, which is smart. I've got my shotgun ready.
I'm just getting my bearings. We'll head to my position soon. Still think this is a bit much for some missing livestock.
It's not just some missing livestock, Joel. It's our livelihoods. Besides, aren't you curious? Don't you want to know what's happening?
Of course I do. Just questioning if trekking through a dangerous forest is the best approach.
Too late to back out now. I'm already on my way to the west entrance.
I'm heading out too. Should reach my starting point in about 15 minutes.
Perfect. Let's all confirm when we're in position. And remember, text updates every 15 minutes, or immediately if you find anything suspicious. The sheriff may not think there's anything in these woods, but I don't.
Agreed. Setting out now.
Sun's starting to rise already. Looking like a clear day. Good visibility. That should help. Now let's move.
All right. I've reached my entry point, south edge of the forest, ready to head in.
I'm at the west entrance. It looks darker than I remember.
I'm in position at the north edge. Everyone got their phones charged?
Just arrived at east entrance. Phone at 100%. Let's do this.
Okay, team. We all move inward at the same pace. Stay alert as usual. Text if you see anything.
Entering forest now. Wish me luck.
Good luck, everyone. Be safe.
Here goes nothing.
First update. Nothing unusual yet, just typical forest. Lots of undergrowth. Still a bit on the dark side, though.
Same here. It's actually quite beautiful when you're not terrified.
All quiet on the eastern front, some would say. Just trees and more trees.
I mean, it's a forest, so anyway, nothing suspicious up north either, but I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
Anyone else seeing a lot of squirrels? Place is crawling with the little bastards.
Yes, so many. At least they're cute.
Better squirrels than bears. Speaking of which, keep an eye out. This is prime bear territory.
If I see a bear, you'll hear the gunshot, and probably my screaming.
Real comforting, Amy. Hold the phone. What?
What is it?
There's a tree here that looks... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like part of the bark has been... dissolved.
Dissolved? Like lava?
No, not lava. I mean, it looks like someone poured acid on it or something. There's a section about 3 feet wide where the bark and even some of the wood is just gone, but not like it was cut, more like it melted away.
Mental. Any idea what could cause that?
No idea. It's not like any tree disease I've ever seen, and it doesn't look like animal damage either.
Could it be lightning?
Doesn't look like lightning strike. This is more like corrosion, like the tree was eaten away by something organic.
No way. I think I'm seeing the same thing. About half a mile in from my entry point, there's a pine tree here with the exact same kind of damage. It's like the bark just liquefied.
Could be some kind of industrial chemical. Maybe illegal dumping?
In 4 very specific different parts of the forest? Seems unlikely.
Guys, I'm seeing it too. A whole cluster of trees with these patches. It's really creeping me out.
This can't be coincidence. Whatever is causing this must be throughout the forest.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Could be a natural phenomenon we're not familiar with. Some kind of fungus or bacteria.
No fungus dissolves wood like this. This looks chemical related.
Or something else entirely. Keep moving, everyone, but stay alert. We may be in for more than we bargained for.
Well, if that's the case, then maybe we should turn back.
We've barely started, Grace. We need to find out what's happening.
I agree with Amy. We came here for answers. We should keep going.
I haven't seen any of these dissolving trees yet. Maybe it's isolated to your areas.
Keep looking. You might find them deeper in.
Scratch that. I literally just found one. Damn, you guys weren't kidding. This is seriously unsettling. The whole side of this tree is just gone, like it was melted away.
That's exactly what we're seeing. So it's throughout the forest.
What could even do this other than chemical dumping?
Could it be acid rain? Some kind of localized pollution?
Acid rain would affect the tops of trees, not specific patches on the trunks.
And it wouldn't be so concentrated. This looks more targeted.
You don't think, could this be related to our missing animals?
How would dissolved trees connect to missing livestock?
I'm not sure, but Grace might be onto something.
I'm going to keep exploring, see if I can find more of these trees or any other clues.
Same here. Eyes up, everyone. And keep your weapons ready, just in case.
In case of what exactly? What are you expecting to find?
I mean, Are you seeing this crap? Clearly it could be something organic that caused those trees to dissolve, and something that is actively taking our animals. I'm not taking any chances.
Amy's right. Better safe than sorry.
The forest feels different now, knowing these trees are damaged like this. It's like something is wrong with the whole place.
Let's not get spooked. We need to keep our heads clear. Keep moving forward. We've got a lot of ground to cover before sunset.
Agreed. Everyone continue inward, and keep those barrels raised.
Deputy Gallows,
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
got a memo from the county. Another complaint from the farmers about their livestock.
The missing animals again? Joel and his group?
The very same called me yesterday, pretty much demanding I do something about it.
Well, are we going to?
Look, Deputy, we've been through this before. Those woods are off limits. Have been for decades. For good reason.
I know, sir, but shouldn't we tell them why? They keep losing animals. They deserve to know what's actually in there.
And what exactly would you have me tell them? The truth? Ha! That would go over well.
At least they'd understand the danger.
No, they'd go marching right into those woods, armed to the teeth, looking for trouble, and they'd find it all right.
Do you really think they'd be that stupid?
Let me tell you something about farmers, Deputy. They're stubborn as mules. Telling them not to do something is a sure way to get them to do exactly that. Better they think it's coyotes or mountain lions.
But, sir, what if they decide to investigate anyway?
They won't. They're all talk. Joel might grumble, Wilson might complain, but they'll build higher fences, maybe get some guard dogs. Problem solved?
Well, I hope you're right, for their sake.
I know I'm right. Been sheriff here for 22 years. My daddy was sheriff before me. You think I don't know these people?
No, sir, I didn't mean it like that.
Besides, whatever's in those woods, it's been contained there for generations. Long as everyone stays out, everything stays in circle of life. Else we have another Red Forest incident. Need I remind you?
But the animals?
Acceptable losses, Gallows. Better a few cows and chickens than human lives. If those farmers knew what was really out there, they'd be thanking me for keeping them in the dark.
What if they go in, hypothetically?
Then they'd be signing their own death warrants. Simple as that. But they won't. They're scared of those woods. Everyone around here is. It's in the town's blood.
I don't know, sir. Amy seemed pretty determined when she came in last week.
Amy, that new one with the chicken farm?
Yes, sir. She said she was tired of waiting for law enforcement to do their job. Her words, not mine.
She'll come around. They all do. First-year farmers always think they know better. Nature has a way of teaching humility.
Don't you think that's a bit cold, sir?
Don't you go soft on me, Deputy. We keep the peace by keeping secrets. Always been that way. Always will be.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now get some sleep. We've got patrol in the morning.
Night, sir.
Oh, and Deputy?
Yes?
If any of them call about those woods again, transfer them directly to me. I'll handle it personally.
Will do, Sheriff. Good night.
Good night, Deputy. Let's just hope those farmers have more sense than curiosity for their own damn good. God damn it. It's been almost an entire day, and I still haven't found a single trace of my sheep. Just more of those damn dissolved trees. I'm exhausted.
Same here. Not a sign of my cows anywhere. Just endless forest and more of those acid-eaten trees.
I've been counting. I've passed 27 trees with those same dissolved patches. It's like something is eating its way through the forest.
Has anyone seen any animal tracks at all, besides squirrels?
Nothing. It's unnaturally quiet, actually. Hardly even seen any birds.
Now that you mention it, where are all the deer? This forest used to be full of them.
I haven't seen any either. No rabbits, no foxes, nothing.
A forest this size should be teeming with wildlife. This makes no sense.
Check your watches, guys. It's already 4:30. Sun will be setting soon.
I think we should call it a day. Come back tomorrow when it's light. I don't fancy being in these woods after dark.
I agree. I'm getting really creeped out. And these trees, I can't stop thinking about what could have caused this.
Let's head back to our entry points. We can try again tomorrow. Maybe bring some better equipment.
Sounds like a plan. I'm turning around now.
Me too. I don't want to be here anymore.
Amy, you heading back too?
I just need to check one more thing. I think I see something a little more interesting up ahead.
And what might that be?
I'm not sure. It looks like a structure of some kind, in the middle of nowhere. It's entirely made of metal, like a large metal hut, dull gray surface, no windows that I can see.
Amy, leave it alone. We should all head back. It's getting dark.
I agree. Whatever that is, We can check it out tomorrow, as a group. Safer that way.
But what if this is connected to our missing animals? What if someone's using this place to store them?
Amy, listen to Wilson. It's not safe to investigate unknown structures alone, especially with night coming.
I'm just going to take a closer look. I won't go inside. Just want to see what it is.
Please don't be dumb.
Damn, well, it's definitely man-made, but it's old. Really old. The metal is weathered.
All the more reason to leave it alone. Could be structurally unsound.
Jesus! Do you guys hear that?
Hear what? We're miles away from you, Amy.
There's a sound coming from inside. High-pitched, like a scream. Christ, that is horrible. Sounds like a goddamn banshee wail.
Okay, that's it. Amy, please come back. That's obviously a piss-off sign.
Amy, seriously, get away from there. Now,
Number, I need to know what's making that sound. It could be the thing killing all our animals. Maybe they're trapped in there.
don't be stupid. Animals don't scream like that.
It's deafening. I can't even think straight. I need to make it stop.
Amy, please. Just leave. Come back to us.
I have to silence it. I can't stand it anymore. It's like it's drilling into my skull.
Amy, I'm begging you. Turn around and walk away. Whatever that thing is, it's not worth it.
I'm going to shoot it. Maybe that will stop the noise.
Don't. Amy, don't do that.
Please, Amy, just run.
I need to make it stop. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to silence it right now.
Amy,
I fired at it. The screaming stopped.
Amy, what happened? Are you okay?
It's quiet now. The door. I better go check if there's a dead body inside.
Girl, no, don't you dare go inside. We need to call the sheriff.
Too slow. I can already see inside. There's something in there. A smell.
What kind of smell?
Rotten. Like meat that's been left out for weeks. But also metallic? Like blood and aluminum had a baby. I'm going inside.
Amy, no.
Don't!
Just a quick look. I'll back out if anything feels wrong. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is that?
what is that? Amy, get out of there right now.
Amy, answer us.
Amy, please respond. Are you okay?
Amy, say something. Anything.
God damn it. We told her not to go in.
Slow down, everyone. Maybe she's running. Maybe she can't text.
Or maybe whatever that thing was got her. I'm going after her.
Joel, that's insane. We need to call for help. Get the sheriff.
Please, Joel, don't go there. We've already lost contact with Amy. I can't lose you too.
I have her last GPS coordinates. I can't just leave her. She needs extra firepower right now.
At least wait until morning. The sun's just about to set. You won't be able to see anything.
Can't wait. You saw that thing, whatever it was. If it has Amy, she could be... I'm going. Right now. Stay where you are. I'll text when I find her.
Joel, please. This is suicide.
Please reconsider. We should call the sheriff. This is way out of our depth.
I'm moving. Heading northeast. About a mile from Amy's last position. I'll kill that bastard. Almost there. I can see metal structure. Doors wide open. Going in.
You idiot. Joel, please update. It's been 5 minutes.
Joel?
Joel. Amy. Dead. Dissolved.
You what?
Joel, what do you mean dissolved?
Jaw. Intestines. Still moving. She was lying on the floor.
Oh God, I think I'm going to be sick.
Joel, what's happening?
I had to. She was alive. Headshot.
Joel, you're not making sense. What happened to Amy, you prick?
God forgive me. Her body, half of it was melted, like those trees, but she was still conscious. Her jaw moving, trying to speak. Her intestines writhing, like they were alive. I couldn't leave her like that.
Oh God, I'm calling 911.
There's something else in here. Something pale and slick, like raw chicken skin.
Get out of there. Now, Joel.
The walls, they're covered in that same dissolved material. I think it melts things. And I'm sorry, guys. It got my leg. I'm pretty much as screwed when it finds me. Ah, crap.
Joel, no.
He's so gone. Oh God, he's dead in the dirt.
Keep it together, Grace. We need to get out of here. Head straight back to your entry point. I'm doing the same. We'll call the sheriff as soon as we're out.
What happened to them, Wilson? What was that thing?
I don't know, but we need to move. Now! Don't stop for anything. We'll get through this.
Wilson, do you hear that? That sound. The screaming. It's starting again.
I hear it too. It's everywhere, all around me.
What do we do?
Run! Just run!
I am, but it's getting louder.
I'm firing into the trees. Can't see anything. Just shooting into the dark.
I'm doing the same. Where are they? The screaming is so loud.
Keep running. Don't stop. I'm still headed south. My truck is just a mile away now.
Oh my good God, Wilson. My leg! Something hit my leg!
Grace?
It burns. Oh God, it burns. Like acid. My leg is burning.
Grace, keep moving. Drag yourself if you have to.
I can't. It's eating through my leg.
Crap! There's something coming from the trees. 10 feet tall, pale, like a man, but not. The neck is all wrong. No, please God, no.
Wilson? Wilson, don't leave me. I need help. The pain, so much pain. I can see my bones, my muscles melting. There are so many of them coming. Tall, white, like humans but mutated to hell. They're gonna eat me.
Deputy Gallows, wake the hell up! So help me God if you don't wake up.
Sheriff, what's going on? It's 2 a.m. I thought you told me to get a good night's sleep.
I don't give a damn what time it is. We need every available officer over to Black Pine Forest. Immediately!
What happened?
Those damn farmers happened. They went into the woods, the exact thing I said they wouldn't do. Grace Anderson messages me about 20 minutes ago. She said they went in and... let's just say they messed around, found out. I tried calling her back. Nothing. Same with all the others.
How many went in?
4. Joel, Wilson, Amy, and Grace, all likely dead by now. If we're lucky, something identifiable might remain.
Should I call state police? Or maybe federal?
No, this stays local. For now at least. Suit up fully and call Hanson, Perkins, and Walsh. Full tactical gear, shotguns, and rifles. Meet at the station in 15 minutes.
Yes, sir. What about the council?
Let's see what we find first, but start drafting a message. They'll need to be informed, depending on how bad it is.
Oh, wait, sir. I've just logged into the messages she sent you. Should I include details about the structure? The metal hut she mentioned?
Damn it, all to hell. I didn't see that. But if they found it after all these years...
Found what, sir?
Never mind. Just get everyone ready. And Gallows...
Yes, sir?
Don't expect to find survivors and get mentally prepared. What we find won't be pleasant. This was the last victim for reference.
Where's the victim, sir?
See that stuff on the walls?
I understand, Sheriff, but I have to ask. You knew what was in there, didn't you?
That's not your concern right now, boy. Focus on the task at hand. 15 minutes. Station, be ready.
Yes, Sheriff.
I apologize for the late hour, council members, but I've just received disturbing news that requires immediate attention.
What's happening, Warren?
It's 4 a.m. This better be important.
I'm here. What's the situation?
Sheriff Briggs just left my office. 4 local farmers were found dead in the Black Pine Forest tonight. Joel Harrison, Wilson Clark, Amy Reeves, and Grace Anderson.
Dead? How?
That's where things get complicated. Their bodies were found scattered near some kind of metal structure deep in the forest. The sheriff described the remains as partially eaten and partially dissolved.
My God, what does that even mean?
The bodies appeared to have been subjected to some kind of highly corrosive substance. And then, well, there was evidence of predation.
What kind of predator are we talking about? Bear? Mountain lion?
That's just it. The sheriff says the bite marks and claw patterns don't match any known predator in the region, or any known predator, period. Sheriff was visibly shaken too. Said in his 22 years he's never thrown up like that. This is the structure they found near the bodies.
That looks out of place. How long has that been there?
Unknown. Sheriff seems to think it's been there a while. Weathered, rusted in places.
Did the farmers disturb some kind of animal den, perhaps? Or maybe they encountered drug runners?
The sheriff doesn't believe either scenario fits. The wounds were too specific, and the dissolved state of the bodies. It's not consistent with any known local wildlife or human activity.
So what are we dealing with here? Some kind of toxic chemical spill that attracted predators?
Perhaps, but if so, why hasn't it been reported? And why would animals be drawn to toxic chemicals?
Those poor families. Have they been notified yet?
Sheriff's handling that now. Which brings me to the purpose of this emergency council text. What do we tell the public?
We need more information before we say anything. This sounds too bizarre. People will panic if we don't have clear answers.
But if there's something dangerous in those woods, don't people have a right to know?
I agree with Joanna. 4 people are dead, horrifically so. We can't keep that quiet.
But what exactly do we tell them? That their neighbors were found partially dissolved? That something unknown is lurking in our forest?
It would cause mass panic. The tourist season is about to start too. This could devastate the local economy.
Are you seriously putting tourism dollars over public safety? 4 people are dead, Vincent.
That's not what I meant. I'm just saying we need to be careful about how we communicate this.
Regardless of economic concerns, we have a duty to warn our citizens. If there's something dangerous in that forest, people need to know to stay away.
The sheriff has requested a 24-hour window to investigate further before we make any public statement. He believes this might be an isolated incident.
How can he possibly know that? Whatever did this could still be out there.
I think the public needs to be informed immediately, even if we don't have all the details. We can issue a warning to avoid the forest until further notice. At minimum.
What if this turns out to be nothing? Some kind of bizarre accident? We'd cause panic for no reason.
People being dissolved is not nothing, Vincent. What is wrong with you?
Please, let's remain calm. We need to make a decision based on the facts at hand. The fact is, 4 citizens are dead under mysterious circumstances, and we don't yet know the cause or if there's an ongoing threat.
Which is precisely why we should err on the side of caution. People deserve to know there's potential danger, even if we don't know exactly what that danger is.
Before we make any decisions, there's something else you should know. I received a call from State Director Harmon about 30 minutes ago.
Harmon? From Homeland Security?
The very same. He's already aware of the situation.
How is that possible? The bodies were just discovered a few hours ago.
Apparently, the sheriff contacted them directly, before even informing us.
That's unusual protocol.
More than unusual, but that's not the most important part. Director Harmon informed me that military personnel are already en route, a specialized unit, trained for unique situations.
Military? For a few deaths in the woods? That seems extreme.
My thoughts exactly. But Harmon was quite insistent about their involvement, and equally insistent about our discretion.
I don't understand. Why would the military be involved in what should be a local police matter?
Unless there's more to this than we're being told.
That's my suspicion as well. Harmon stressed that public knowledge could complicate their operation and potentially put more lives at risk.
So we're supposed to just stay quiet while our citizens might be in danger?
According to Harmon, the military team will be on site by dawn. They're specialists in containment and neutralization. His words, not mine.
Containment of what exactly?
He wouldn't specify, said it was classified, but promised a full briefing once the situation is resolved.
This is deeply concerning. The lack of transparency, the military involvement. It suggests we're dealing with something far more serious than we initially thought.
All the more reason to warn people. If the military is involved, then this clearly must be extremely dangerous.
Or they might just be taking precautions. We simply don't know enough yet. Harmon assured me that the threat is contained to the forest, and that their team is equipped to handle it.
If that's the case, maybe we should give them the 24 hours they're asking for, before making any public statements.
And if something happens in those 24 hours, if someone else wanders into those woods, are we prepared to take responsibility for that?
We could issue a vague statement, citing ongoing police investigation, advising people to avoid the forest, without specifics.
That might be a reasonable compromise. Alert people to stay away, without causing panic, or interfering with whatever operation is underway.
I still don't like it, but I suppose if the military really is handling this, and will have it resolved within a day,
it's our best option. We don't want to say too much and cause panic, or too little and risk more casualties.
So we're in agreement? We issue a statement advising people to avoid the Black Pine Forest due to an ongoing investigation, without mentioning the deaths or military involvement. And we reconvene tomorrow on text once we have more information.
Reluctantly, yes. But I want it on record that I'm not comfortable with this.
Agreed.
Perfect. I'll draft the public statement now. We'll send it to all of you for approval before release.
Wait, has anyone informed the mayor yet?
I believe the sheriff was handling that, but I'll follow up to make sure.
Do we know when exactly this military team will arrive?
Harmon said they're being airlifted, should be on the ground by 6 a.m., and they'll establish a perimeter around the forest.
That fast? Almost as if they were waiting for something like this.
I had the same thought, but again Harmon wouldn't elaborate, just kept emphasizing the importance of letting them work unimpeded.
This whole thing feels off, like we're not getting the full story.
Of course we're not. That's obvious. The question is, what specifically aren't they telling us?
Whatever it is, let's hope this military team really can resolve it quickly, for everyone's sake.
And what if they can't? What's our plan then?
Let's cross that bridge if we come to it. For now, I'll focus on drafting that statement and following up with the sheriff about the mayor and Harmon about any updates.
I still can't believe this is happening. 4 dead in one night, in our forest. It doesn't seem real.
Literally. These are essential people to this town as well. Just yesterday, I saw Wilson at the hardware store, buying fence posts for his sheep pen. And now,
all the more reason to get this resolved quickly, before anyone else gets hurt.
I'll contact Harmon again, press for more details, and find out exactly what kind of specialists are coming, and what exactly they're expecting to find.
Thank you, Warren. At least that's something.
In the meantime, let's all try to get some rest. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a very long day.
Agreed. Keep your phones close, in case there are any developments overnight.
Will do. I'll send that draft statement within the hour. hour.
I'll be waiting, and I'll start thinking about contingency plans, just in case this isn't resolved as quickly as they're promising.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Check 1, check 2. Can everyone see this channel?
Roger that, FOX. Reading you loud and clear.
Same here. All systems go.
Present and accounted for, though I still think this text system is ridiculous.
Orders from the top, FROG. No radio emissions on this operation. Encrypted texts only.
Less complaining, more hunting. I want this wrapped up before breakfast.
Someone's eager. Didn't even have your coffee yet, Delta?
Don't need caffeine. Just need to bag whatever's out here and get back to base.
Speaking of which, any of you actually read the mission brief? Besides the kill the monsters part?
Some farmers got dissolved. Something in the forest did it. We find it. We kill it. End of story.
Simple and sweet. Just how I like my missions.
And just how you like your women, Delta. Simple and sweet.
You're a sick bastard, BETA. Save the comedy for when we're done.
So what's the actual plan here? Standard sweep formation?
Actually, I had a better idea. We each take a corner, move inward, cover more ground. First one to find and neutralize the target wins.
I like the sound of that. Make things interesting.
What are we playing for?
Top bunk, next 3 months. Proof attached.
Damn! High stakes then. I'm in.
Same. Though you might as well just give me the bunk now. Save yourselves the embarrassment.
Big talk from someone who couldn't hit a barn door at 10 paces. Remember the qualification range last month?
Technical malfunction. Won't happen again.
All right, save the trash talk. We're hitting ground in 10. Beta, you take northeast. FROG, southeast. Delta, southwest. I'll take northwest. We move inward. Keep your sectors clear. And remember, watch for anything that looks like it can spit acid.
Are we calling them spitters then? Because we need a name for the kill count. Also, I bet they look like this. Good prediction, no?
Spitters works for me. Just killed 2 spitters has a nice ring to it.
Bold of you to assume you'll find any, let alone 2.
Gear check. Everyone got their loadout ready?
Standard assault package, plus extra acid protection gear, though this crap weighs a ton.
Full kit. Locked and loaded. Ready to rock.
Same, though I still say these protective suits are overkill. Can't move for shit in them.
Better slow than dead. 2 minutes to drop. Switch to operational channel after landing. Good hunting, gentlemen. May the best soldier win. Touchdown in northwest quadrant, moving south-southeast. Forest is quiet.
Northeast secure. Proceeding inward. No movement detected.
Southeast perimeter reached. Beginning sweep. Visibility poor due to tree density.
Southwestern drop complete. Already half a click in. You ladies still lacing up your boots?
Big talk from the guy who got lost on a training exercise in his own backyard.
Ancient history. Today I'm on point.
Less chat, more hunt. Remember, we're looking for a period. Signs of dissolved material. Unusual tracks. Any pale, potentially humanoid creatures.
You think we're dealing with multiple targets? Or just one big mama?
Don't care how many. They all die the same.
Actually, preliminary reports suggested multiple entities, based on the attack pattern on the farmers.
Great. More for me to kill. More points for the scoreboard.
30 minutes in. Status report?
Nothing in northeast quadrant. Just trees and more trees. No signs of unusual activity.
Southeast is clear too. Tracked some deer, but nothing out of ordinary.
Southwest showing no targets, but found some interesting tracks. Nothing I recognize.
Good eye, Delta. Keep following those. Might lead to something.
Or might be a waste of time. Could just be deformed deer tracks.
Spoken like someone with 0 targets. Jealous much?
Please, when I find these things, I'll bag a whole nest of them, not just follow some muddy footprints.
Speaking of finds, anyone come across that metal structure they mentioned? The one where they found the first farmer?
Negative, but it should be near the center. If we keep moving inward, we'll find it eventually.
I'm making good progress. Already covered about 2 miles. How about you slowpokes?
Quality over quantity. Delta, I'm thoroughly searching my sector, not just jogging through like I'm on a nature hike.
This place is creepy as hell though. Too quiet. No birds. No squirrels. Nothing.
Noticed that too. Like everything with sense already got the hell out.
Or got eaten. Either way, makes our job easier. Fewer distractions.
Or it means there's something big enough to scare everything away. Something we should be worried about.
Scared, Beta? Want me to come hold your hand?
Screw you, Delta. I've got more combat drops than you've had hot meals.
Yet I'll still bag more spitters than you. Watch and learn, rookie.
Cut the chatter. 1 hour check-in. All sectors still clear?
Northeast clear, but getting denser. Visibility down to about 50 feet.
Southeast also clear, but found some odd tree damage, like something carved chunks out of the bark.
Southwest progressing. Lost those tracks I was following, but still moving inward.
Northwest shows no targets, but definitely something strange about this forest. The command was right to send us in.
Even though we haven't found anything yet?
Yet being the operative word. Keep your guard up. I've got a feeling we're not alone out here.
Good. That's what we came for. A little action to break the monotony.
Just remember, we still don't know what these things are capable of. Don't get cocky.
Says the guy who's always cocky.
He's right, though. These spitters took down 4 civilians. We should be cautious.
Cautious, but effective. Keep moving. Report any findings immediately. Top bunk awaits the victor.
Hold up, guys. I've found something. About 2 miles in from my entry point. Take a look at this.
What am I looking at? A tree? Are you dumb, Beta?
Look closer, you idiot. The trunk. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's been dissolved, melted away.
Can you elaborate? What's the texture like?
It's smooth, but not like cut wood. More like liquefied, as if someone poured acid on it. But no acid I know works quite like this on organic material.
Any sign of what caused it?
Negative. Just the damaged tree, and it's recent too. The affected area is still moist.
Wait a second. I think I'm seeing something similar. About half a click east of my current position. Multiple trees with the same kind of damage.
Interesting. This definitely can't be natural decay. Could be a chemical weapon test gone wrong.
In the middle of nowhere? Unlikely. And who'd test on random trees?
Guys, I've got the same phenomenon in my sector, and it's widespread. This isn't isolated.
Anyone else getting a bad feeling about this? This doesn't match any known biological agent in our database.
I agree. This is something else. Not seeing any connection to the farmers' deaths yet, though.
Keep looking and stay alert. If whatever did this is still around, let's keep moving, but tighten formation. I'm adjusting our pattern to compensate.
Crap! We got a hit. Found something under one of the affected trees. There's some kind of fleshy mound.
Define fleshy mound.
Pink, raw-looking tissue, about the size of a basketball, partially buried under leaves and forest debris. It smells foul as hell, like raw meat left out too long, mixed with something chemical.
Don't touch it. Take samples if you have the kit, but maintain distance.
Jesus Christ. I'm seeing the same thing, but more of them. Multiple mounds, all under trees with that dissolved damage.
What the hell are we dealing with here? This doesn't match any hostile biology in our files.
I'm taking a closer look. With extreme caution, the tissue appears to be pulsing, slightly, like it's breathing.
Breathing? Can you confirm it's actually alive?
Can't confirm, but it's definitely moving, and there's no wind to cause it.
The ones in my sector are identical, and they're everywhere. I've counted at least 15 already, all roughly the same size, all with the same pinkish color. Look here.
This is seriously messed up. What kind of animal leaves flesh piles under trees?
That's just it. I don't think this is animal remains. The texture is too uniform, the color too consistent, and there are no bones, no fur, no identifiable parts at all.
Could it be fungal? Some kind of aggressive mold or mushroom?
Negative. This is meat, protein. I can smell it.
So what? Some predator is storing its kills under trees, like a leopard hanging carcasses?
No predator processes its kills like this. This is too systematic, too uniform.
And the distribution pattern is weird. It's like they're placed deliberately, not just dropped or discarded.
Keep investigating, but maintain weapons-ready status. All units, update your positions. We need to coordinate our next move.
Still in northeast quadrant, about 3 miles in from perimeter, surrounded by those flesh mounds.
Southeast, 2.7 miles from entry. Similar situation. The mounds are everywhere.
Southwest, pushing inward. 3.2 miles from edge. More of these meat piles. Is anyone else getting seriously creeped out?
A little, but regardless, we still need to determine the origin of these remains and their connection to our targets.
Copy that. But sir, with all due respect, this mission profile is way off. We were told acid-spitting creatures, not whatever the hell this is.
I realize that, and I'm beginning to think our intel was incomplete at best, deliberately misleading at worst.
Should we abort? Call for backup?
Negative. We're already committed, and we still don't know what we're dealing with. We need more information.
So what's the play? We can't just wander around finding more of these meat piles.
I volunteer to examine one more closely. These mounds might tell us what we're up against.
That's risky, BETA. We don't know what's in them, or if they're toxic.
I've got full hazmat protocols, and someone has to do it. We're getting nowhere just looking at them.
I hate to admit it, but Beta's right. We need more info.
All right, but extreme caution, minimum contact, and full protective measures.
Copy that. Moving to largest mound in my vicinity. We'll report findings.
Be careful, man. This whole situation feels wrong.
Don't worry. If I get dissolved, you can have my bunk.
Not funny. Just be careful.
Roger that. Approaching target now. It's beneath a large oak. The tree has extensive dissolution damage. About 40% of its trunk is affected. The mound is larger than the others, maybe 3 feet in diameter.
Proceed with caution.
Can you see this?
Affirmative.
I'm going to probe it first, using my combat knife. Stand by. Yuck. The texture is disgusting. Gelatinous, but with firm sections, like muscle tissue, but more homogeneous.
Any reaction to being touched?
Negative. It's inert. Hang on. I think there's something underneath. The mound itself seems to be covering something.
Be careful. Might be a trap.
I'm going to try to move it aside, using my knife as leverage. Stand by. Crap! Oh my god!
Report BETA. What is it?
It's a storage cache. There's a depression in the ground, filled with more of this stuff, but different, more structured.
Structured how?
Like organized tissues, organs. I can make out distinct shapes.
Jesus Christ. Are those...
They're human remains. I can see what looks like parts, arms, legs, but partially dissolved and stacked like they're being stored.
Crap! Are you sure they're human?
Positive. I can see what's clearly a human hand. And there are multiple individuals, different sizes, different stages of dissolution.
Get back, BETA. Now, that's enough.
Not yet. I need to confirm something. The arrangement. It's too orderly to be random. These remains are placed deliberately, stacked, preserved somehow.
Like food storage? Are they being kept for later?
That's exactly what it looks like. A pantry. An ungodly human pantry.
How many bodies would you estimate?
In this cache alone, at least 5 or 6. But if all the mounds we've seen contain similar remains...
Command needs to know about this immediately. This changes everything.
Hold on. I'm seeing something else. At the bottom of the pile, there's different tissue. Older, more degraded, but not human.
What is it then?
I think it might be livestock. The missing animals from the farms. There's definitely something resembling cow remains down there.
So whatever is doing this, it started with animals, then moved to humans.
Escalating its food source. Christ almighty.
One more thing. The human remains. They're recent. Very recent. Some of them still have recognizable features. I think some of them might be the farmers.
That's enough. BETA. Get back now. We've confirmed what we needed to. We're dealing with something that hunts, kills, and stores human remains. And it's active in this area.
Roger that. Pulling back now. But there's one more thing you should know. Based on the volume of remains we're finding, there have to be dozens of victims. Maybe more. Way more than just the 4 farmers.
They lied to us. This isn't a recent phenomenon. This has been going on for some time.
And they sent just 4 of us? What the hell were they thinking?
They were thinking of us as expendable. That's what they were thinking.
What in Jesus is happening? The light, it's getting dark.
Same here, but that's impossible. It's literally 2:15 p.m. We should still have broad daylight.
Confirming visual impairment in southeast quadrant. Light levels dropping rapidly. It's like someone's turning down the sun.
All units, stay calm. Could be atmospheric. Some kind of localized phenomenon.
This isn't atmospheric. It's unnatural. Never seen anything like this.
What is that noise? Is anyone else hearing this?
Affirmative. High-pitched screaming. It's deafening.
Make it stop. Jesus Christ. My ears are bleeding.
All units, form up. Head to central coordinates. Now!
Can't! I can barely see. The darkness, it's complete!
Night vision active, but something's interfering. Signal's choppy.
I've got movement all around me. Multiple contacts coming from the trees.
Confirm nature of contacts.
Pale, humanoid. Oh God, there are dozens of them.
Same here. They're everywhere. Opening fire!
I see them too! Tall, slick-looking skin. Jesus Christ, their faces!
Weapons free. Engage all hostile entities. Fall back to extraction points if possible.
Too many! Can't get a clear shot. They're too fast.
Beta, status. Beta! Respond!
I heard him screaming, then nothing.
Crap! They're spitting something! Corrosive! Like the trees!
Frog, get to cover! Use your sidearm. Maintain distance from them.
No use! They're everywhere!
Frog? I can hear them feeding FOX. The sounds like meat being torn to shreds. I'm cornered, low on ammo. They won't stop coming.
Delta, listen. We need to warn command. Whatever these things are, there are hundreds, maybe more, and they're clearly organized. We need to get a message out before it's too late. Admiral Marks. Emergency transmission. Operation compromised. Beta, Delta, Frogall Kia. Unknown hostile entities. Hundreds of them. Humanoid. Pale. Acid projecting capabilities.
Fox, calm down. What's your location?
Irrelevant. Listen to me. The creatures. They're storing human remains. Dozens of victims. Predating the farmers. This has been happening for months. Maybe years.
How many hostiles are you facing?
Hundreds! They're breeding, multiplying, using humans as food. The town is in danger. Everyone is in danger.
Understood. We're sending backup. Can you hold position?
Negative. And backup won't help. You need an army. A full army.
Fox, give me more details about the creatures. Weaknesses? Vulnerable points?
Don't know. Bullets slow them. Don't stop them. They heal. Regenerate. Their heads. May the Lord save our souls. That was my last bullet.
Emergency update. Just received word from Director Harmon. The military team has gone silent. All 4 soldiers.
What do you mean silent? Like radio malfunction?
No, complete cessation of communication. Their last transmissions were fragmented. Panic evident, mentions of hundreds of creatures, and storing human remains. He also sent me a government intelligence report with the header : Operation Clean Sweep failed.
I thought they were just going in to investigate, not engage in combat.
So did I. But according to Harmon, they encountered something far worse than anticipated. The term overwhelming force was used.
That can't be possible. A small team of elite soldiers. Taken down that quickly? By what exactly?
That's the thing. They're still not entirely sure. But preliminary reports from the recovery team are, well, horrifying.
Recovery team? They sent in more people?
Heavily armed. With air support, they found what's left of the first team.
And what's left of them? You mean bodies?
Not exactly. Harmon described them as pools of acidic, fleshy sludge, along with partially dissolved equipment. Weapons, helmets, but very little recognizable human remains.
What on God's green earth? This is way beyond what we thought.
What else did they find?
Footprints, hundreds of them, small, stumpy, all around the area where the soldiers were attacked, and near the metal structure.
Hundreds? We thought we were dealing with what, a handful of creatures?
Harmon believes we're dealing with a much larger threat, one they were wholly unprepared for. The recovery team isn't even entering the forest anymore. They're setting up a perimeter and calling for additional military support.
This is insane. We need to warn people right now. Immediately. No more waiting.
I'm inclined to agree. This is clearly beyond an isolated incident.
If there are hundreds of these creatures, and they've already killed elite soldiers, what's to stop them from leaving the forest? Coming into town?
That's exactly what Harmon is worried about. He's requesting a full evacuation order, but wants it to come from us, official channels.
Then let's issue it. Right now, every minute we wait puts people at risk.
Wait, hold on. An evacuation of the entire town? That's over 31,000 people. We need proper planning, transportation, shelter arrangements.
We don't have time for that. Did you not hear what Warren said? Hundreds of creatures. That can dissolve a human being, and they've already killed trained soldiers.
Vincent, I understand your concerns, but Joanna's right. The immediate danger outweighs the logistical challenges.
We need to do this right, and panicked evacuation could be just as deadly. Roads jammed, accidents, trampling. We need a phased approach.
Sure. While we're planning our phased approach, these things could be heading to town. Harmon said they store human remains. They're hunting people.
Listen to Warren. We need to be methodical. Alert emergency services first, then key personnel, then the public, in stages.
Look at this map. The forest is less than a mile from the eastern neighborhoods. Those people need to be warned immediately.
The military is establishing a perimeter between the forest and town. That buys us some time.
And if that perimeter fails? If these things overwhelm them like they did the first team, what then?
I understand your concern, but causing a mass panic could be disastrous. We need to coordinate with emergency services, set up evacuation routes, establish safe zones.
While we're doing all that planning, people deserve to know they're in danger. Even a avoid the forest and eastern areas warning would be better than nothing.
I actually agree with that. A limited initial warning while we prepare for a full evacuation.
I'm with Vincent and Joanna. People need information now. We can fine-tune the evacuation plans, but an immediate warning is non-negotiable.
I have another update from Harmon.
What is it? More bodies?
Worse, they found caches, hidden storage sites, filled with human remains, dozens of them, throughout the forest.
Jesus Christ. How long has this even been going on for? How many people have died?
Harmon doesn't know, but based on the decomposition, some of the remains have been there for months, maybe longer.
This is far beyond anything we imagined. We're not dealing with a recent phenomenon. This has been going on under our noses for who knows how long.
The missing hikers, the tourists who never checked out of their hotels, the homeless people. My God.
Are you all understanding the gravity of this now? These things have been hunting humans, storing their remains for months. And now there are hundreds of them. We need to warn everyone. Now!
I need to think. After careful consideration, and in light of the horrific reports from the forest, I believe we have no choice but to inform the public immediately.
Thank God you've come to your senses. We've wasted too much time already.
Agreed. The risk to human life is too great to remain silent any longer.
What exactly should we tell them, though? We need to be careful with our wording. Too much detail could cause panic. Too little won't convey the urgency.
I propose a measured but direct approach. We inform citizens of a dangerous situation in the forest. We advise complete avoidance of the area, and we announce that military personnel are working to contain the threat.
We should also advise those in eastern neighborhoods to be prepared for possible evacuation, given their proximity to the forest.
And we need to be clear that this is lethal, not just dangerous. People have died, are dying, will continue to die if they don't understand the severity.
Fair point, but let's avoid gruesome details. No mention of dissolved bodies or stored remains, just that there is an extremely dangerous threat that has already caused fatalities.
I've started drafting a statement. Here's what I have so far. Emergency alert. All citizens are advised to avoid Black Pine Forest and the eastern edge of town. This is due to an extremely dangerous situation involving hostile entities. Multiple fatalities have already occurred. Military personnel are on site attempting to contain the threat. Residents in eastern neighborhoods should prepare for possible evacuation. Further instructions will follow. This is not a drill.
Looks good to me. Clear, urgent, but not panic-inducing.
Add something about staying indoors if possible, and to report any unusual sightings immediately.
And specify that the threat is lethal, so there's no ambiguity.
Good suggestions. I'll add those points. Then we'll broadcast across all channels. Emergency alert system, local news, social media, text alerts.
How quickly can we get this out?
I'll have it finalized in 5 minutes. Then immediate distribution. Harmon is coordinating with the military to establish evacuation routes if needed.
We should also alert neighboring communities, in case this spreads beyond our jurisdiction.
Already on it. I've got the County Emergency Management Office on standby.
This is the right decision. I just hope it's not too late.
Hold everything! New update from Sheriff Briggs, and it's BAD.
What now?
Multiple reports. Creatures sighted on the edge of town. The eastern perimeter has been breached. I'm going to forward his exact message. Multiple eyewitnesses confirming large, pale humanoid creatures emerging from forest. Estimated 10+ feet tall, moving at high speed toward town. Several officers down already. Acid attacks confirmed. Creatures resembling deformed human chicken hybrids. Paler than flour with extremely long necks. Conventional weapons not powerful enough to stop them. Request immediate evacuation of all civilians. Time to town center estimated at 45 to 60 minutes based on current speed.
Oh my dear lord. They're already here? The military perimeter failed?
Completely overrun, according to Briggs. The creatures just swarmed through. Dozens of soldiers down, the rest retreating.
This is a catastrophe. A complete and total catastrophe.
We don't have time for a controlled evacuation anymore. These people are going to die.
Briggs estimates we have 45 minutes, maybe an hour. That's before they reach the town.
That's not enough time. We have to evacuate 31,000 people. Not even close.
We need a new plan.
Now.
What about sheltering in place? If these things are moving along streets, maybe people should barricade themselves in their homes?
Would that even work? If they can dissolve human bodies, what's a wooden door going to do?
We need to contact the mayor, immediately. This is beyond our authority now. This is a full-scale emergency.
I'll call her right now, but I need to send some kind of alert first. People need to know they're in danger.
Make it brief. Just tell them to get inside, away from the eastern side of town, and await further instructions.
What about the military? Are reinforcements coming?
Harmon says yes, but not for at least 3 hours. They're sending heavy artillery and air support, but they won't make it in time. Not before these things reach town.
So, we're on our own for the next 3 hours, against hundreds of acid-spitting monsters.
The town is doomed. I can't believe this is happening.
I've created a new group chat with the mayor. I'm adding all of you. We need to figure out our options, and fast. Mayor Rose, This is Warren from the Town Council. We have an emergency situation of the highest priority.
Mayor, we need your immediate attention. This cannot wait.
I'm in the middle of the school dedication. What's so urgent?
Mayor, we're facing an imminent threat to the entire town. Hostile entities have emerged from Black Pine Forest. They've already killed multiple people, including 4 farmers and a military team, and they're heading directly toward town.
What? What kind of hostile entities? Is this some kind of joke?
This is very real, Mayor. We've been in contact with state officials. Sheriff Briggs' teams have visual confirmation. Large, pale, humanoid creatures, capable of producing some kind of corrosive acid. They've breached the eastern perimeter.
What the hell? And I'm just hearing about this now. When did you first learn about this?
We were first informed last night. After the farmers' bodies were discovered, we were advised to keep it quiet while the military assessed the situation.
You knew about this for a whole day and didn't tell me? The actual mayor of this town?
Mayor, I understand your anger, but we were following protocol, and the situation has escalated rapidly.
Do not talk to me about protocol right now. People are dying, and you kept me in the dark. This is gross negligence.
Mayor, I opposed keeping this quiet, but that's irrelevant now. We need to focus on the immediate threat. There are hundreds of these creatures, and they'll reach town within the hour.
Jesus Christ. How deadly are they?
Extremely. They produce a corrosive substance that dissolves human flesh on contact, and they're fast. Conventional weapons seem ineffective.
And the military? Where the hell are they?
A specialized team was sent in. They were eliminated. Reinforcements have been called, but they won't arrive for at least 3 hours.
So we're on our own for 3 hours against acid-spewing monsters?
Yes, Mayor, that's the situation.
I don't even have words for how catastrophically you've all failed this town. But we'll deal with that later, if we survive. What are our options?
As we see it, we have 2. Option 1. Attempt a mass evacuation. Get as many people out as possible before the creatures arrive.
Option 2. Shelter and defend. Get everyone inside sturdy buildings, arm whoever we can, and try to hold out until the military arrives.
An evacuation is impossible. We have 31,000 people and less than an hour. The roads would become death traps.
We agree. An evacuation would likely cause more casualties, especially with the creatures approaching from the east.
Then we fight. We have no choice. I'm activating the emergency alert system and the town defense network.
What's your plan, Mayor?
Get everyone indoors, away from the eastern side of town. Arm anyone who has hunting rifles, shotguns. Establish barricades where possible. The high school gym is our most defensible building. We'll use it as a command center.
The creatures might be drawn to large groups based on their hunting patterns.
Then smaller groups, scattered throughout town. Multiple defensive positions. I'm sending an emergency broadcast now to the town alert system.
We'll support however we can and continue coordinating with state officials.
Just stay out of my way. I'll handle this from here. Emergency alert! This is Mayor Rose. We are facing an immediate threat to our town. Hostile entities have emerged from Black Pine Forest and are heading toward town from the east. They are extremely dangerous, capable of producing a corrosive substance that is lethal on contact. Multiple fatalities have already occurred, including sheriff's deputies and military personnel.
What the heck? Is this for real?
Mayor Rose, with all due respect, is this some kind of political propaganda?
I understand your disbelief, but this is happening. Sheriff Briggs has confirmed visual contact. These creatures are approximately 10 feet tall, pale humanoid appearance, moving at high speed toward town.
Oh my god, what are those things?
This can't be real. It looks like something from a horror movie.
It's real, and they'll be here within the hour. We need to act now. All residents should. 1. Get indoors immediately. 2. Move away from the eastern side of town. 3. Barricade doors and windows. 4. Arm yourselves if possible. 5. Prepare for defense.
Mayor, we're not soldiers. We're regular people. How are we supposed to fight these things?
Military reinforcements are coming, but not for 3 hours. Until then, we must defend ourselves. Jason, David, Tanisha, you're our emergency coordinators. I need you to organize your respective neighborhoods.
Okay, I'm processing this. West side, I'll get everyone inside. The hunting club is in my neighborhood. At least 20 men with rifles.
Central District here. The hardware store has tools. We can distribute them as weapons. Axes, machetes, that sort of thing.
South side, we have the police shooting range. I can try to get access to the weapons locker.
Good. Work quickly. Establish communication chains. Block streets where possible. Use cars, dumpsters, anything to slow their approach.
What about the children? The elderly? They can't fight.
The high school gym. It's concrete. Few windows, heavy doors. Get vulnerable populations there with armed protection.
I'm notifying my blocks now. People are scared, but responding. finding?
Southside is mobilizing. I've got the fire department helping. They're bringing trucks to use as barricades.
West side checking in. Hunters are positioning on rooftops for better sightlines. Families moving towards central locations.
Keep it up. I'm heading to the Emergency Operations Center. Sheriff Briggs is setting up a front line at the eastern edge. Anyone with firearms who can volunteer should report there.
Mayor, what if we can't hold them off?
That's not an option, David. We fight. We survive. We protect our town. There is no alternative.
I'm with you, Mayor. We'll defend our home, whatever it takes.
Same here. My family has lived here for generations. We won't go down without a fight.
That's the spirit. We have less than 40 minutes. Make every second count. I'll update as the situation develops. Stay strong. Stay focused. We will get through this together. Admiral Marks, this is Mayor Rose of Pinehaven. I understand you're coordinating the military response to our situation.
Mayor Rose, yes, I'm overseeing the operation. I'm deeply sorry about the current circumstances.
Skip the formalities, Admiral. I need to know exactly when we can expect troops on the ground. We have hostile entities less than 30 minutes from town, and according to your own men, they're nearly unstoppable.
I understand the urgency. We're mobilizing from 3 separate bases: the 75th Ranger Regiment, elements of the 10th Mountain Division, and Special Forces units.
And their ETA?
3 hours at minimum, I'm afraid. That's for the first units. Then 6 hours for the full deployment. That includes heavy weaponry and air support.
We'll be dead in 3 hours. These things have already overwhelmed your advance team and our local law enforcement. We're hanging by a thread here.
I understand, Mayor, but the logistics of moving a force large enough to be effective, it simply takes time. We're expediting every aspect.
While you worry about logistics, I have 31,000 citizens about to face monsters, with hunting rifles and hardware store axes.
We've rerouted 2 Apache helicopters. They might arrive sooner, within 90 minutes, but even that's pushing the limits of possibility.
Let me ask you something, Admiral. Why wasn't I informed about this situation earlier? When the farmers were found, or when your team was deployed?
That's complicated, and frankly, above my pay grade.
I'm the mayor of this town. Nothing happening here should be above my pay grade.
The orders came directly from a specialized operative. He insisted on information containment, limited to those already aware of the situation.
And you took orders from this operative over proper protocol?
He had clearance levels I've never seen before, and he claimed prior knowledge of the threat, that it was contained but potentially dangerous. No one expected it to escalate like this.
Well, his containment strategy failed spectacularly, and now my town is paying the price.
For what it's worth, I argued for broader disclosure, but was overruled.
That's worth precisely nothing right now. Give me a realistic assessment, Admiral. Can my town survive until your forces arrive?
Mayor Rose,
be straight with me. No sugarcoating. No false hope. Can we survive?
Based on the reports from the field and the effectiveness of these entities against trained soldiers, I don't see how conventional civilian resistance could hold them off. I'm sorry.
I appreciate the honesty. Even if it's not what I wanted to hear, we'll fight anyway. We have no choice.
If there's any chance at all, concentrate your defense. One location, the most fortified building in town, concrete construction, limited points of entry.
The high school. It's built like a bunker. Cold War era.
That's your best option. Get as many people there as possible. Pool your weapons and hold out.
It won't be enough, though, will it?
I don't know, but it gives you the best odds. I wish I could offer more.
Admiral Marks, Mayor Rose, we need to talk urgently.
Who the hell is this?
Identification, please.
This is Agent Morpheus, Foundation Operative. Authorization code SCP-3199-OMEGA.
Code verified. But how did you access this channel?
That doesn't matter right now. What matters is that I have critical information about the entities and how to potentially survive this situation.
I'm listening.
The entities you're facing. Designation: SCP-3199, also known as Humans Refuted.
SCP? What is that?
No time to explain organizational details, peasant, but I know these creatures. I know how they operate, and I know their weaknesses.
You're from the Foundation, aren't you? The group that Operative mentioned.
Yes, and we need to act fast. SCP-3199 has escaped containment and is now in an active breeding phase. That's why their numbers have increased so dramatically.
I don't care what organization you're with, or what these things are called. Just tell me how to stop them before they kill everyone in my town.
Mayor Rose, you need to listen carefully. Your current defense strategy will fail. These entities will overwhelm any conventional resistance. Their acid can dissolve concrete, their strength can tear through steel, and they reproduce exponentially with each human they consume.
So we're all just going to die? Is that what you're saying?
No, there is one possibility, one chance, but you must follow my instructions exactly.
Tell me. Anything. We'll do whatever it takes.
You need to get everyone to the bank, the First National Bank in the center of town.
The bank? Why?
The main vault. It's one of the few structures that can withstand their acid, built with specialized materials. A secret foundation installation, disguised as a bank vault.
That's absurd. Our bank vault isn't some secret government facility.
Oh yes, it is. Established in 1968, under Operation Lockbox, specifically designed for this type of containment scenario.
I've never heard of such a program.
You wouldn't have. It's beyond your clearance. But right now, it's the only thing that might save those people.
And I'm just supposed to believe you? Some random person who hacked into a secure military channel?
Please just listen to me. Time is critical. The vault was designed to hold 500 people. That's the maximum we can save.
500? Out of 31,000?
I'm sorry, but it's 500 or none. Nothing else will protect them.
How do we know this isn't a trap? To concentrate victims in one location?
A fair question, but consider the alternative. Stay scattered and die with certainty. Or take this chance. The vault was built for this purpose. Listen to me very carefully. We don't have much time. You need to withdraw all civilian defenders from the perimeter. Right now! Pull everyone back, abandon all defensive positions, and direct everyone to the First National Bank downtown.
You want us to retreat before we've even engaged? I already said we're not listening to you.
It's your only chance of survival, you fools. Trust me, get as many people as possible inside the main vault. Speed is critical, so is secrecy.
This makes no tactical sense. Concentrating civilians in one location? It's a fish-in-a-barrel scenario.
Exactly. We already have people in position, armed and ready to defend, at multiple points throughout the town.
Those people will die, every single one of them. Their weapons are useless against the limitless hordes of SCP-3199. Their barricades meaningless. The vault is the only structure that can protect them until the real firepower gets there.
You still haven't explained why, though, or who you even are, and yet you expect us to abandon our entire defense strategy.
Look, I'm part of an organization that has been monitoring this situation for longer than you know. My organization has dealt with these entities before. We know what works and what doesn't.
If you have relevant information, tactical weaknesses, effective weapons, share them. Don't just issue cryptic commands.
There are no tactical weaknesses, no effective conventional weapons. Only the vault can save them, and only if they move now.
This isn't making any sense. You want 31,000 people to stampede to the bank? Do you know how many would die in the panic alone?
The vault can only hold 500. Prioritize children and essential personnel.
Orbeck? Out of 31,000? And you want me to choose who lives and who dies?
It's 500 or 0. That's the reality you're facing.
Why not evacuate? Even with limited time, we could get more people out.
Evacuation will fail. The entities move faster than vehicles on congested roads. They will overtake any evacuation attempt, and the slaughter will be complete.
If these things are that dangerous, how would a bank vault stop them?
The vault was designed for this purpose, with materials specifically resistant to their corrosive capabilities. It's not a coincidence that it's in your town. It was placed there as a contingency.
If that's true, why wasn't this information shared earlier, before the situation became critical?
Politics, bureaucracy, the usual obstacles. But none of that matters now. You are running out of time. Look at the drone footage.
Our people are armed. We have hunters, law enforcement, military veterans. Surely a coordinated defense has a better chance.
You don't understand. These aren't animals. They're not even comparable to any known predator. They're engineered biological weapons that regenerate, replicate, and coordinate. Nothing short of heavy artillery will stop them.
This is absurd. I can't tell my people to abandon their homes, to squeeze 500 selected individuals into a bank vault, while leaving everyone else to die. It's not just tactically questionable. It's ethically reprehensible.
I understand your moral dilemma, but this isn't about ethics. It's about survival, some or none. That's your choice.
If we consolidate at the bank, how long would people need to stay in the vault?
Until our specialized containment team arrives. 12 hours maximum.
And they can neutralize these entities?
Yes, with methods beyond conventional military capability. We've done it before.
This is completely insane. You're asking me to sacrifice over 30,000 people on the word of someone I don't know, who won't fully explain anything, and expects blind obedience.
I'm asking you to save 500 people, because the alternative is 0. That's your reality now, Mayor. Accept it, or condemn everyone to death.
Mayor Rose, they're here! The creatures have reached the eastern neighborhoods.
Confirming multiple sightings. They're moving fast. Our barricades aren't slowing them down at all.
First casualties reported at Maple Street. 3 defenders down. The acid, dear God, the acid, it's just like you said, melting right through people.
They're here. Eastern neighborhoods already breached. First casualties reported.
Then you're out of time. Last chance. Get to the vault. Now! Or everyone dies.
Mayor Rose, what's your decision?
I don't know. I just don't know. These are my people, all of them.
Then they'll all die because you couldn't make the hard choice. I've seen it before. The hesitation, the disbelief, and then it's too late.
Mayor Rose, I don't know if this agent is legitimate, but our conventional options are limited.
So I should just give up? Condemn my town? Based on cryptic messages from a stranger?
You've run out of time for doubt. The bank, the vault, it's your last hope. Move now or accept total extinction.
In position at eastern perimeter. From my vantage point, I can see the forest edge clearly. No sign of movement yet.
Central command post established at Town Hall, coordinating communication between defensive groups.
Northwestern barricade secured. About 30 armed residents here, mostly hunting rifles and shotguns.
Southeastern position. Similar setup. Added police officers with service weapons. Approximately 24 total.
Are the reserve units in position?
Affirmative. Second line formed. Armed with, well, whatever they could find. Baseball bats, axes, kitchen knives.
God help us if it comes to that. Those weapons won't do anything against what we're facing.
I've just spotted movement at the tree line. Stand by. Oh my God. They're coming! Dozens of them. Breaking through the tree line.
How many?
Impossible to count. 30, 50, 100. They keep coming! They're fast.
Confirming visual from southeast. Multiple entities approaching. Frontline opening fire.
Same from northwest. They're surrounding the entire town.
Reports from all sectors. They're coming from every direction. It's a coordinated attack.
First defensive line engaging. Heavy gunfire. We hit some. They're going down. The bullets are working.
Don't celebrate yet. Look how many there are. For every one we drop, 10 more appear.
They're getting closer. Less than 200 yards now. Our people are shooting everything they've got.
Keep firing. Don't let them reach the barricades.
They're too fast. They're closing the gap. 100 yards. 50 yards. Oh God, they're spitting something.
Acid! They're spitting acid. People are getting hit.
Jesus Christ! It's dissolving them. Right through their clothes. The screaming. I can't bear the screaming.
First line is breaking. Multiple casualties. The acid is cutting through everything, even the barricades.
They've reached the perimeter. They're among our people now. The claws. They're tearing through bodies like paper.
Fall back! Everyone fall back. First line is lost.
The smell, it's like burning meat and chemicals. People are melting where they stand. I can't watch this.
They're coming through.
Don't send in the melee weapons. They'll be slaughtered. These things don't even need to touch you to kill you.
The acid range is about 15 feet. They're spraying it everywhere, like some kind of sick sprinkler system.
First line is completely overrun. Maybe 10% made it back to our position. The rest are, God, they're eating them. I'm sorry, but I had to document what's happening. I'm now retreating from the town hall.
I'm evacuating Central Command, moving to the high school, trying to coordinate any survivors.
They're coming my way. I'm trapped on the second floor of the hardware store. They're in the building.
Warren, get out of there. Now!
I can't. They're everywhere. The stairs are blocked.
Break a window. Jump if you have to.
I'm trying to get to the roof. Oh God, I'm hit. Acid on my shoulder.
Warren!
Where exactly are you, Warren? We'll try to reach you.
Are you still there?
It's over. We've lost. The town is lost.
Wait, do you hear that?
Hear what?
That sound, like rumbling.
I hear it too. What is that?
It's getting louder, like thunder, but constant.
It's coming from beyond the forest, getting closer and louder.
The creatures, they've stopped attacking. They're turning toward the sound.
Something's coming. Something big.
I see something coming from the west, over the hills. I don't even know how to describe it.
What are you seeing? Military?
Some kind of army, but like nothing I've ever seen before.
I see them from my position too, all in black and white, moving in perfect formation, like a single organism.
How many? Sorry. Hard to type with my shoulder. How many are there?
Hundreds, maybe 1,000. All identical gear. No insignias that I can see.
Not U.S. military then. Private force? Mercenaries?
Whoever they are, They're coming fast and heading straight for the creatures.
The creatures have noticed them. They're turning away from the town, facing this new threat.
Are they going to fight each other?
I think so. The creatures are abandoning their attack on us, regrouping to face these newcomers.
They're charging at each other, the creatures and the whatever they are. They're about to clash.
The black and white soldiers. They're not slowing down, not hesitating at all. They know exactly what they're facing.
Here it comes. They're engaging.
Oh my god. The weaponry. I've never seen anything like it. The creatures are just disintegrating.
Their coordination is incredible. Perfect firing lines. No wasted movements. No hesitation.
Those aren't normal guns. The sound is all wrong. And the effect? One hit and the creatures just collapse.
I can see from my window, they're systematically annihilating them. Methodical, precise, like they've done this before.
The creatures are trying to fight back, spitting their acid.
It's not working. Their gear must be acid resistant. The soldiers aren't even flinching.
They're cutting through them like a hot knife through butter. I've never seen anything like this. Not in all my military experience.
The creatures are trying to retreat, back toward the forest, but they're being cut down before they can make it.
No mercy. No prisoners. Total extermination.
It's almost over. The creatures are falling by the dozens. The black and white army is barely taking casualties.
This doesn't make sense. How did they get here so fast? The military said they were hours away.
And who are they? Not regular military, not National Guard, not anything I recognize.
Whoever they are, they're saving what's left of our town. That's all that matters right now.
It's over. All the creatures are down, not a single one left standing.
Complete extermination, in under 5 minutes. We fought for half an hour and barely killed any. They wiped them out like it was nothing.
Are the creatures melting?
Yes, their bodies are dissolving, turning into that same acidic sludge, pooling on the ground.
The soldiers are moving among them, checking each one, making sure they're all neutralized.
The precision, the efficiency, it's almost inhuman.
The silence is deafening. After all that chaos, just silence.
Our people are emerging, the survivors staring in disbelief.
I count maybe 30 soldiers checking the town perimeter, another 100 or so securing the battlefield, all moving in perfect synchronization. No verbal commands that I can hear.
Their helmets must have internal comms, extremely sophisticated.
One of them is approaching town hall. I think he's a commander. His insignia is different.
I see him, tall, distinctive white stripe on his helmet.
What now? Do we approach them? Thank them?
I think the mayor should make first contact. This is way above our pay grade.
Let me pull up a casualty count first, before we do anything else. We need to know what's left of our town.
Agreed. And find medical help for the wounded, like Warren.
I'll live. The acid burn is bad, but didn't go too deep. Others are far worse off.
I'm getting reports from around town. Rough estimate. 200 to 300 dead, maybe twice that injured, but most of the population survived.
My God, it could have been so much worse.
If these soldiers hadn't arrived when they did, we'd all be dead.
The soldiers are establishing a perimeter around the entire town. They're not leaving.
Of course not. They didn't just happen to be passing by. They came here specifically for these creatures.
Which means they knew. They knew all along what was in our forest.
What organization even has this kind of force? This level of technology and training?
I don't think we're meant to know. And maybe that's for the best.
Now that the immediate threat has been neutralized, I believe you deserve some answers about what just happened and what exactly SCP-3199 is.
You're damn right we deserve answers. Over 200 of my citizens are dead, hundreds more injured, and my town is covered in dissolving monsters.
I'd like to know exactly who you and your foundation are as well, and why you have a private military force that clearly outclasses our own special operations teams.
All fair questions. Let me start with the entity itself. SCP-3199, known as humans, Refuted, is a highly dangerous biological organism.
We gathered that much when they started dissolving people.
Please, allow me to finish. Their origin is classified, even within my organization. But what you need to know is this. They were safely contained until 4 days ago.
When the farmers went into the forest.
Precisely. But there's a misconception that needs to be cleared up. The creatures weren't stealing livestock. The farmers' initial animal losses were likely natural causes. Coyotes, wolves, maybe mountain lions, normal predators.
So why did they go into the forest?
Human curiosity, misplaced determination. They believed something in the forest was taking their animals, and they were going to find it. But what they found instead...
That metal structure, the hut they described.
Not a hut at all, but a containment unit, a very sophisticated one, designed to look innocuous if ever discovered. The farmer, Amy, made a critical mistake. When she fired her weapon at it, she damaged the outer seal, allowing what was contained inside to escape.
And what exactly was inside?
A single instance of SCP-3199. Just one, but that's all it takes.
One? But there were hundreds attacking my town.
Their reproductive cycle is unique and extraordinarily rapid after escaping containment. The original instance immediately began reproducing, creating dozens of offspring within hours, each of which could create dozens more. Exponential growth.
But they need to feed for this reproduction, don't they?
Yes, they require protein, human protein preferably, hence the dissolved bodies, the stored remains. They were creating food caches to fuel further reproduction.
Dear God, if they had taken our town,
the consequences would have been catastrophic. Beyond your imagination, with 31,000 human hosts to consume, they could have produced millions of instances within days, and from there...
Global spread, population centers. It would have been unstoppable.
Precisely. What you witnessed today was the narrowest of escapes, for not just your town, but potentially human civilization.
So your organization, the Foundation, you contain things like this?
That's our primary mission. Secure. Contain, protect. We locate anomalous entities, objects, and phenomena, and keep them from threatening humanity.
Then explain something to me. Why the hell was something this dangerous, contained in a forest, near a populated area?
That's where the story gets complicated. The metal structure wasn't just a containment unit. It was an entrance to a much larger facility, a substantial underground research and containment site. It was overrun years ago.
Overrun by these things?
Yes. The site housed multiple SCP entities, including a small research population of SCP-3199 after a containment breach. We lost contact with all personnel. Over 200 researchers and security staff. Attempts to retake the facility failed and resulted in more casualties.
So you just sealed it up? Left it there? Like a ticking time bomb?
It was deemed the safest option at the time, without knowing how many instances had bred inside. Given their ample food supply of Foundation personnel, a direct assault was considered too risky and potentially catastrophic if even one escaped. So we sealed every entrance, established monitoring systems, and maintained a distant perimeter.
All while keeping the entire town in the dark. People lived here, next to this thing.
The location was established decades before the town grew to its current size. At the time, the nearest settlement was 50 miles away. We couldn't exactly move an entire underground facility. When the town expanded closer, we adapted our protocols.
By keeping everyone ignorant.
By minimizing risk of exposure, the forest was deliberately kept spooky. Local legends encouraged to keep people away. It worked for generations until 4 farmers decided to investigate.
So what happens now? With my town? With the forest?
The immediate threat has been contained. Foundation forces are sweeping the forest, eliminating any remaining instances. The affected area will be cleansed, the underground facility permanently sealed, with additional measures.
And the town, the survivors, the families of the deceased.
We have protocols for that too. Medical assistance is already arriving. Specialized treatments for acid injuries. Rebuilding funds will be provided through seemingly legitimate government channels.
And what about the truth? Do my people deserve to know what really happened? What was really in that forest?
Mayor Rose, I understand your desire for transparency, but consider the consequences, the panic, the fear, the potential for further investigation, which could lead to even greater dangers.
So you want us to lie, cover it up?
I want you to consider what's best for your town, for your country, for humanity. The world is full of things like SCP-3199, some far worse. The public knowing about them wouldn't help. It would only cause mass panic and potentially catastrophic behavior.
I need time to think about this, to process everything that's happened.
Of course, but while you do, I need to give you one final critical warning. No one must ever enter that forest again. Ever!
Because there might still be creatures.
Because of their eggs. SCP-3199 produces eggs, made of materials we still don't fully understand. extraordinarily resilient, nearly indestructible by conventional means. We can't guarantee we've found and neutralized all of them.
So this could happen again?
Potentially, but only if the eggs are disturbed. Only if humans enter the forest. The most effective containment method is to simply stay away, cut off their food supply, and they remain dormant.
I'll make sure no one goes near that place again. Trust me, after what they've seen, my people won't need much convincing.